Hello everybody, Ultimate Player on the scene here, and welcome back to some more modded Minecraft. Now, since we beat the Twilight Forest, we don't really have to be here anymore. I mean, other than to get, all the different trees and stuff, or like get different types of wood, but as for enemies, crap. We pretty much beat everything. That's the thing that surprises me. Um, and also that final boss, that was anticlimactic. I mean, yes, he was tough. He was tough and everything, but he seemed insanely easy. Easy. I did all of this for. Alright. Whatever. Back. Whole world's backwards at this point. Let me see. I have poison on here, which means anything I hit gets poisoned, so. What other bosses am I missing? Oh, wait, I should probably put. I should probably get. Hold on, what do I have? Nothing in my backpack. Only these. The giant swords and, of course, wheat and stuff. Yeah, I'm going home. There's really no point in being. Well, I mean, I could go there for mining, I guess. But I'd have to mine in different parts of the. Okay, let's get all these levels. Let's also turn back to normal, because, dear lord. Yay! I got a. Oh my god. I really hate how I can't put actual enchantments, but I can put potions on it, though, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead. Let's eat. There we go. I always hated how it took me, like, forever just to eat one thing. Alright, so now my thing has night vision. I don't know if I can do mixed potions, and, like, as long as it, well, maybe I can. As long as it has different effects. Which is, okay. Yeah, I'm learning, here's the thing. The only thing that sucks, if you can only put one, that kind of sucks. Honestly, it does, so that's the thing that sucks. As long as if it's only one, then that kind of sucks. Okay, so I have resistance. Huh. You know what? Let's go down here. Let's go see what I can do here. Right? I'm gonna put all the. I don't even think I can enchant these. Honestly, I don't know. No, I don't know. I'll put all of them in there except for one, just to see if I could have enchanted it, or what have you. I know it's called a giant sword, but can I enchant this at all? Oh. Surprisingly, I can. Okay. Okay, so no. Wait. What I said isn't true. The Twilight Force isn't completely useless. Let me go ahead. Hold on. Before I go to the back to the Twilight Forest, because now I have an enchanted giant sword. Sword. Here's what I'm gonna do. Do I have any book with Unbreaking 3 on it? Any Unbreaking 3 book? Please tell me I do. Please. No. I don't have it. No. I don't have an Unbreaking 3 book. No. Oh, this sucks. Dude. Okay, so the only way I can get Unbreaking 3. Well, I could enchant books until I get Unbreaking 3, but that seems insanely annoying. Because I would have to try one book per 3 levels. Which to me is beyond annoying, because now... Please give me Unbreaking 3. Please get... No! I don't want Smite. The freaking... Fine. No. Expense? What does expense do? What does expense do? What? No, I'm not wasting my levels on that. What the freak? Give me a... Are you kidding me? Lucky throw. Oh no, stop. Lucky throw. This is not going well. Okay, moving on. My God. Give me a... I'm ranking 1. You know what? That's fine. I don't know why people do this. No. I want a specific book, and it's not giving it to me. Try again. No. Do I get... No. No, of course not. No. No. Oh my God. Vampire Slayer. Slayer. How fun. Fun, but you know what? Sure, fine. Whatever. Okay, do I get knock? Oh my God. Sharpness. I do not want sharpness. I mean, I'll put it on my thing. Oh, no. Stop. And people find this fun. Why? Really? Come on. Give me Unbreak. Give me Unbreaking 3. Or another or a bunch of Unbreaking 1s. Either one works for me. Me, Unbreaking. Unbreaking 3. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you for that. That's all I wanted. I just wanted Unbreaking 3. Wait a minute, I need a second Unbreaking 3. God dang it! Okay, let me go put away all these other books. God dang it, no! No, I needed one I got one Unbreaking 3, which is great, but I need another one. Ah, no. Okay, so I just need either a bunch more Unbreaking 1s, or I can get automatic Unbreaking 3. Easy. Alright, oh. Oh my god, not this again! Do this. I don't want fortune! I don't want... Are you kidding me? Really? Huh. Are you kidding me? Really? Come on, give me Unbreak. Ah, dang you. Come on, give me Unbreak. Give me Unbreaking 3. Give me Unbreak. This is so annoying. Annoying. Fine, Fine, I guess. Oh my god. Give me Unbreaking. Just so stupid. Give me Unbreaking. At this point, even if... Come on. Come on. Give me Unbreaking. Unbreak. Why do you give me Vampire Slayer? Slayer. What the freak is that even supposed to do? I need Unbreaking. Unbreaking 1. You know what? I'll take it. I don't care at this point. And I got another Unbreaking 1. Okay, you know what? Okay. I can get one more on bread. Of course not. Of course not. Why would I? God, really? Fine. I just need one more Unbreak. I'm Unbreaking 1. Okay, you know what? I'm not. No. Just make Unbreaking. I will make Unbreaking 2. And I'll also just put the rest of this away and then grab the other 2 Unbreaking books that I have in my chest over here. Breaking 2. Making another Unbreaking 2, and I can make Unbreaking 3. Also, Viker is here. Okay. No. Okay, let me do this. Okay. No. Okay, so I have Unbreak. Do I have any other Unbreak? Okay, so I have Unbreaking. That's another Unbreaking 1. This, another Unbreaking 1. Unbreaking 1. And I can grab my other Unbreaking 2. Okay, no. Okay, so I can make another Unbreaking 1. Or Unbreaking 2. And I can make that Unbreaking 3. Which is the annoying thing I had to do, but that's fine. Okay, so do this. Nope, do this. Unbreaking 2. Then I do this. Unbreaking 3. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, yes, I can take this stuff, but here's the thing I want to do. I want to take this Onyx, right? I want to take 2 Onyx because I don't really need any other than 2. And I want to, because here's the thing about what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make this item here, which is Onyx Shears, right? And the main problem here is that Onyx Shears monsters There are monsters? Where? Where? What are you talking? There are monsters. What? Where, though? Though. Like, this is the only thing that... What are you talking... Okay. There are monsters I can't see, which means I can't get rid of them. Great. Okay. Okay. Do this. There we go. That's literally all I wanted. Okay, I'm going back to the Twilight Forest to go get... There was no point to that. Okay. I'm gonna put this back in here. Because here's the thing, enchanting a whole bunch of times like that, for me, it's kind of annoying. It's really annoying, because I end up going around for who knows how long, trying to figure out what the freak I'm supposed to do. So now I can pretty much go anywhere I want in the Twilight Forest. Okay. Move. Okay. Okay, maybe I can find something that's not hanging above the water. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go around, just getting as many things as I can. And the reason why I chose to put Unbreaking on it, oh shit, is because if I put Unbreaking, then it's not that big of a deal. At least I'm not losing durability. Okay. Per thing. And I don't think I can enchant this normally, so this is the only way I can do it. But look how many levels I wasted doing that nonsense. But to me, it was worth it. It was worth it. 110% it was worth it. Is that gold in the mid? You don't even find that in the overworld. What? Okay. Okay, I have all these, you know. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. And plus, here's the thing. I did think about playing the new Friday Night Funkin' mod. I did think about playing... Oh. Okay. This is new. And here's the thing. Yes, this sounds ridiculous, but I can actually make a farm out of this. Like, before it was in my house, so I had to be like, well, I have to make sure it doesn't, like, go too far, it doesn't, do whatever. But now I have a whole open area where I can, like, go get material, go put this farm at. So really, I'm getting as much as I can from this dimension, and from this dimension. I'm kind of Yes, I am cheesing the...
Narrator, narrates all. Narrator, off.
And yes, I know most people are like, but you're cheesing the dimension, Ultimate. Yeah, I know. I even admitted that. That the reason why I'm doing it is because now I have a chance to actually make somewhat of an actual farm. So, for example, I could just break this. Wait a minute, I could just move this maybe inside of this wall somewhere. And then on these walls, I could just put all of this. Let me move this up one, like so. And then place that. Okay. And on this side, I can do the same thing. Do the same. Well, actually, no. I don't want to place it over there. Same thing. And even over here, I got flatten out this wall. Right? I could just flatten out this wall. Take some of this that's already over here. I'm gonna try and flatten out this wall a bit. So I'm gonna have to do some mining, which is fine. Take this. I'm taking everything that's valuable first. Then I'm gonna try and like flatten out the wall, I guess. So I gotta break this and then place a whole bunch of. I'm just gonna use cobblestone. You know what? Just use cobble. I'm not gonna try and like positionally make this correct or make this look natural or anything. Screw that. Okay, let's do that. Because here's the thing. For me, when it comes to building stuff, as long as it works, everything else after that kinda is a bonus stage. Like, would I want something to work and look good? Maybe. But at the end of the day, as long as it works, I pretty much don't care about it looking good. Like, as long as it works, as long as it works, that's the only thing. That's the most important thing. Oh, shoot. As long as it works, that's the most important thing. As long as it works, it doesn't have to look good. I personally don't care that much. So I'm just gonna do this. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Just to wait a minute. That means I can actually move this. Okay, let me move all this out the way, and I can place it all the way up here. Actually, no, that's way too high. That's stupid. Why would I do that? I can't reach him then. I mean, unless I was gonna go in that mode. Oh my god. Get rid of these cave vines and put actual vines. There we go. So now we have a little vine farm. Oh shoot. We have a little vine farm going, and then we could just use the remaining of this to turn the rest of these into mossy cobblestone. And what I want to do with this mossy cobblestone, I want to use them for two different things. I want to use them for my shovel, which is good, and I want to use them for my pickaxe, which is also good, which means I need more levels. Okay. This freaking world. Okay, okay, so let me do that. I want to be able to... Okay, here's what I want to do. Okay, that took 10 levels from me, meaning I can't enchant anymore, but I have this thing. Oh, crap. Okay, what is the first thing I want to do with this? Obviously, I want to put it... I'm going to put on my sword. Oh, whoops. Wait, do I not... Oh, I don't have... Okay, I want to put it on my pickaxe then. Should I put on my shovel? Nah, I'm just going to put on my pick. Wait a minute. Stored experience? What in the freak? What do you mean stored experience? Huh. Stored XP. Okay. Now I summon this. Elemental Hero, Neos. Okay. Okay, so now we're at the 30-minute mark, which is kind of doable. You know, it's fine. So I got, and also a friend of mine just appeared on screen, which was Car, and Car and I are actually really good friends. We're friends, and also he does YouTube just like I do. I do want to put his link in the description, but I'm gonna have to go talk to him and like help and like have his help to help me find his channel to be able to put his link in the description of this video. Shout out to Car, by the way. This is actually really fun. I do want to... Okay, so what I want to do... I want to take out... I want to go as a bat. Mainly because I remember last episode where a bunch of, like, the whatever. Now, of course, here's the thing. I do want to go out and actually go conquer a new tower. I mean, yes, I know that sounds like, you know, ridiculousness, but... Elemental Hero. Neos. Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly. Now, of course, here's the thing. I would love to, meet many of the different characters that involve Yugi. But here's the thing. How about this? Here's what I would love to see. A storyline. No. Here's the thing. I would love to see somebody create a Yu-Gi-Oh type of thing where it's kind of like a series. You understand? Or where not only does it have all the different characters and stuff, but you could actually make a series out of it. Like, for example, if you add this mod, it replaces all of the normal mobs and whatever with different NPCs that you can actually duel. Duel. Now, of course, I don't know if the creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh mod is actually gonna see this. I don't know about that. I have no clue, to be perfectly honest with you. I have no clue if there would ever be anything even remotely related to that. But what I do know is that it would be a very fun idea, because, to be perfectly honest with you, I would love the idea that Yugi, you could actually have like a whole storyline. Like, for example, you know how in the Dragon Ball mods you have like those that actual storyline or whatever, with all different types of characters and like all different types of Dragon Ball related NPCs. I would love a mod where something similar is willing to happen. Where something similar is, something similar can actually happen. Imagine like a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh related NPCs and all that stuff actually duel, and there was actually like a dueling level, right? Like for example, in Yu-Gi-Oh like for example in Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links, imagine if you could play a version of that in Minecraft, except instead of like the newer rules, you play by the old rules, which means you get 5 monster slots, 5 slots for spell and trap cards, that type of thing. Which to me I feel like would be more useful. Which to me I think would be more useful. Not because it would be like but it'd be a really fun idea, honestly, to play a mod where you have different Yu-Gi-Oh related NPCs just walking around. Like you see just an NPC of Yugi. You could actually duel Yugi, just like in the original show. And also, it's like you could have an alignment where the duelist that you decide to be can be good or it can be evil. You can either you could work for different NPCs, you can be evil, you can do all different types of stuff. I would love to see a Minecraft mod that is somewhat related to that. Like for example, you know how in the in some Dragon Ball Z mods there's like an alignment. Like there's an alignment for good and an alignment for evil. I think that would be really, really cool to set up something related to that. Like for example, you're a duelist in Minecraft, but the alignment that you do can either choose if you're good or if you're evil. And also, I would love to see a mod that allows you to, instead of fight mobs, you can actually duel them instead. You could like for example, you could just duel a Blaze. That'd be cool. And also, it's like different character, or like the different characters that can have or different NPCs and mobs can have like different dueling levels. So like you could duel like a level 3 Blaze, and like the higher the level, the harder the opponent is. Also on top of that, I would also love to see turbo duels in Yu-Gi-Oh. I would love to see turbo duels in Yu-Gi-Oh. It'd be in a Yu-Gi-Oh version of I would love to see a Yu-Gi-Oh version of a turbo duel, which to me would be fun. Because imagine this, you're riding around and like the only, like, obviously I want it to be, be like, you can only duel on, like, a dual track or something, or like, something safe. I'm not saying like, make the character be able to crash into a wall and all of a sudden you die. No, that would suck. However, and you die, no, that would suck. I'm just saying, like, it would be very, very cool to have like turbo duels in Yu-Gi-Oh, or turbo duels, turbo dueling system in the universe of Minecraft. Because I feel like that would be really, really fun. Imagine, like, you have the ability to duel in Minecraft. Because to turbo duel in Minecraft, you could have like the whole dual runner thing. You could have the dual board or dual runner you want. You can have the ability to become a turbo duelist, all that stuff, all that type of thing. And I would love to see a mod kind of related to this. Because having an alignment makes mods like that way more fun. Because imagine if you had that in the Demon Slayer mod. In the Demon Slayer mod, imagine if you had like an option to be good or to be evil. You could choose to be a hero, or you can choose to be a hero, which the heroes would be like. Because here's the thing, if I was ever to make a mod, but it had to be a mixture of. But here's the thing, if I really had to mix two different universes, right? I had to mix two different universes. I had two different things, even if they're not related to each other. I would choose to mix Yu-Gi-Oh with Demon Slayer, and the reason why I want that is because it could actually make a whole lot of sense. Like, for example, all of the Demon Slayers that usually would have swords could actually have decks that relate to their dueling style, that relates to their breeding styles. So, for example, the Shinobu's deck could be like an insect deck since she uses insect breed. For example, she could use since Shinobu uses an insect deck or an insect breeding style, she could use an insect related deck. Like, she could use a deck full of insects. She could use a deck of insects, and of course, like, her spell and trap cards can actually be based around poison. Huh. You understand what I mean? They could be based around poison. So it's like, and also on top of that, imagine if the mod idea I'm talking about was actually compatible with other mods. So it's like you could be a vampire hunter, but instead of using like, physical weapons, you could duel vampires instead. And if you beat them, they might have the ability to, like, turn back into a human or something along those lines. You could there's a lot of stuff you could do with that. And also on top of that, it's I think it's a really fun idea to have a deck where, like I said, it's like a version of Demon Slayer that instead of using physical swords or whatever, if you were going to mix it with Yu-Gi-Oh, just replace the swords with decks that equal their breathing styles. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like, you have to do this. No, I'm saying like you can be a part of a dueling style that relates to your breathing style instead. So and also, as for demons, they can use decks that revolve around demons. So it's like for Tomioka, you could give him a deck full of water attribute monsters. For Shinobu, you can give her a deck of insect monsters because it's insect breeding. For Sanemi, you could give him a deck. For Sanemi, you could give him a deck full of wind attribute monsters because he uses wind breathing. There's tons of ways that you could actually go about this. And you could make Shinobu's entire deck be based around stuff like poison. Poison. For Rengoku, you could give him a deck of fire attribute monsters if you were going to turn him into a duelist. That's the thing I'm talking about. So that I think would be a very interesting series where the universes of Yu-Gi-Oh and the universe of Yu-Gi-Oh and the universe of Demon Slayer then get mixed together, which to me would be a very fun series to freaking watch. No, I'm not talking about a crossover. I'm talking about mixing the difference between both series. And I know that, it would change the whole thing a bit. Nobody would be dying or whatever. But it's still a very interesting concept. The ability to be able to use different monsters that are based around your dueling styles, to me, would be a lot of fun. Sure, it would sound annoying to a certain degree, because it's like, oh, okay, I'm using monsters that are based around my dueling style, that are based around my breathing style. But in reality, it would be a very fun challenge. But in reality, it would be a very fun and unique challenge. Because, yes, you take away the whole death aspect of Demon Slayer. That's the whole thing when it comes down to mixing anything with Yu-Gi-Oh! You kind of take away the whole death aspect. But even without death, even without being able to kill anything, it would be a very interesting concept, because then it's like a role play of different enemies and different ways that you could actually get tons of stuff done. So yeah, that's just my opinion on a mod that I think would be fun. Like me, I would love to see different NPCs and different stuff from Yu-Gi-Oh! In Minecraft, because it would be a very fun idea. And also, you could try and play the different stories of different series of Yu-Gi-Oh! And put them all in one and make it a big giant story where you have different boss duelists that have ridiculously powerful cards, and also you can gain cards from trading with villagers and stuff like that. It would be a very fun experience. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It'd be a really fun experience, because then imagine you're a Demon Slayer, but since it's mixed with Yu-Gi-Oh, you have a deck that are based around the breathing style you want. So for wind breathing, you use wind attribute monsters. For insect breathing, you use insect monsters. Your deck can also be based around poison. Poison. For flame breathing, you can use, for flame or sun breathing, you can use fire attribute monsters. For lightning breathing, you can use a deck based around based around the archetype that is based around machines and different things that have to do with electricity. Electricity. There's a lot of things that can go into this. So, electricity. My point is, there's a lot of things that can go into this, and also on top of that, it's a really interesting specimen of a different universes that you're mixing together. So basically you have a universe where it mixes different things together, and also on top of that, it's a very interesting way of looking at Demon Slayer. Basically, you have a deck that bases around the breeding style you want. So basically, if you want to use insect breeding, you use insect monsters. If you want to use water breeding, you use water attribute monsters. I know I'm just going around in circles though. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm guessing you get the point. No, you get the point. Basically, if you're a Hashira or a Demon Slayer, the breeding you choose to have, you can use monsters that are based around that. No, around that. While on the other hand, if you're a demon, the only way you can do you don't really have to worry about attributes as long as your monsters are revolving around a demon. No. A demon. Anyway, that's just my opinion about what would happen if Yu-Gi-Oh were to mix with water attribute monsters. Monsters. Also, I'm gonna go. The freak was that noise? Also, I know it's like going towards day 200, but at this point, I'm setting up a farm of just sugarcane. Just so I can have endless amounts of sugar. So yeah, that's my opinion when it comes down to it. So yeah, that's my opinion for Demon Slayer being in a combination with Yu-Gi-Oh, in a different combination with Yu-Gi-Oh. Basically, I think I personally, you guys can leave in the comments if you guys disagree with me, but I think that would be a very interesting thing. Like, yes, you can do the same thing with Pokemon, but at the same time, with Pokemon, I just do not see the same epicness, or at least I don't think so. Because think about it. Because here's the thing. Yes, there are different Pokemon that revolve around different that would revolve around the different breeding styles of each Demon Slayer, but it's not as versatile. You're not really like you literally. There's a whole deck based around poison. This is whole deck based around poison. You could poison, like for example, Viper's deck. I think that even though it's not insects, would be perfect for Shinobu, because her whole thing is poison. Thing is using poison for her own benefit. This to me would be like the same thing as if you were to combine, or were to compare rather the difference between doing whatever. Also, if I'm gonna go out and go get more, first of all, I think I should go get more sand. More sand if I'm gonna go do that. And here's the thing: the three things I don't have to worry about is use speed, strength, resistance, and night vision. So those 4 things I don't have to worry about. I mean, unless I don't have to worry about it. I could live without it. Live without it. I think the only real thing I have to worry about here, if I'm gonna go ahead and do this, is Hello? Huh? I'm sorry, what?
I've been calling you.
Oh.
You have Burger King downstairs.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I was so sucked into my video, I didn't know.
It's okay. I called your name and I called your phone. I don't. Every time I open this door, bro, it's like she just waited for me to open the door so she can run over. I tried to tell Zion, but she didn't answer the phone either.
Oh,
I was
I
trying to
didn't.
tell
No,
you to tell him I was having
it's
a
because
meeting.
no, it's because I was in the middle of recording. I didn't know.
Hold on. Your cat is bad, also. Oh, this. Oh, good. She came out to attack you.
Okay, hold on. Since my food is downstairs, let me do my outro, and I'll come down right downstairs.
Okay, you might need to warm up your fries in the microwave.
Okay, so I have food downstairs. So apparently, I'm gonna have to end this episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. Check out all this stuff that are on my channel. If you guys want to see more, let me in the comments below. And also, if you guys have any ideas what I should do for another video, let me in the comments below as well. Thanks again, everybody. And as always, I will see you in another video. Stay alive, my survivors.